Now let's have a look how we would use the packing in real life. So let's say for one ship to, I have two deliveries. So for this one ship to, I have delivery number 1, and in this delivery I have two items. So item A and item B. Then again I have another delivery, let's say delivery number 2, and I have item D and item E. And of course they are the same ship to party, so I can ship them all together. So they are the same ship to party. And through the act of packaging, I have now 3 boxes or 3 handling units. So item A goes to box number 1 here, and half or a quantity of item B goes also in box number 1. Let's say a partial quantity here. So let's make a note of a partial. And some of it also goes to box number 2. And item D from delivery number 2 also goes to box number 2 or handling unit number 2. And item E goes to handling unit number 3 on its own. So let's label this. So just to make life simple, I'm just going to give them a simple number. So let's just put in handling unit 1, 2, 3, and they have an SSCC number, so 1, 2, 3. This one will have the SSCC number 4, 5, 6, and this one is 7, 8, 9. Okay, so I now, based on these, would generate a label, and I will stick it on each box, and this is what a normal label would look like. So this is the label that goes onto the box, and immediately you can see it holds information about that box. So we have the ship from, which is our plant. Oh, let me just change the color so it's a little bit easier for us to see. Change it to red, and this is where we're shipping it from, which is the plant or the shipping point. This is the ship to, so this is the ship to party. We then have our forwarding agent or carrier, which is UPS, and the shipping type. So how is the freight type? We have the delivery date, which is taken from the sales order, that's the RDD date, and we have the weight of the box or the handling unit. Yep, so the weight of the handling unit. Now, given that this is a real life example, this is, as you can see, this very long number is the proper SSCC number in the right format and length. It's quite long, but internally the system will generate this for you. We then have the sales order number, which is the customer reference number. Now this is so that the customer knows what it's from. So this is the customer's PO number, which is on the sales order, right? And here we have box 1 of 3. So immediately we know how many boxes came with all the deliveries, how many handling units. Usually a label, we also have the SSCC as a scannable, so that people don't have to type the numbers in. It helps them, rather than make mistakes, we can do some scanning. So as you can see now, we clearly have all of the labels, we have the boxes, we have box 1, 2, and 3. Now what would have happened then is, if I were to transmit all of this packaging data to the customer via an advanced shipping notification, an electronic advanced shipping notification, i.e. an EDI message. So let's assume that I've transferred an EDI message, and the EDI message roughly is in this format here. So what you see here, I've transferred to the customer that I've sent him 3 handling units via the ASN, and as I said before, we send it via EDI. So the customer now knows that we have sent him 3 packages with 3 SSCC numbers, and each one we tell them what's inside. So from a customer's perspective, so from the customer, if they have received all of these messages, they now know what's in each box. So rather than receive or have to type in all the materials individually, when they do a goods receipt, they are expecting 3 handling units. And what they can do is they can receive against the handling unit. In this case, they can just scan it because the barcode is there. Because we transferred the SSCC number, it is logged also in their system. So they say, okay, I am going to receive SSCC, this one, and the system will automatically say, in that SSC number, when I do the goods receipt, I have 2 items. Yeah, so rather than having typing, you can scan it all in, as you can see here, and it will receive automatically. The system will propose that you're going to receive item A and item B, along with the quantities that are in each one. So quantity number 5 and quantity number 6. So the advantage here is the person receiving doesn't need to type all of this information in. Yeah, all they need to do is just scan, and all of these things will automatically appear in the system. That's how you would use the SSCC number. For the forwarding agent, right, they also have the box, so they know that they should be expecting 3 boxes, and this is box 1 out of 3. If they ever only receive 2 boxes, then they know 1 box is missing somewhere. That is why you would print box 1 out of 3. Yeah, so this is how the label and the ASNs are all used in conjunction with packaging to kind of make the goods receipt and the supply chain logistics process flow. Yeah, using scanner, barcode scanners here, using SSCC ASN notes here, we are actually telling the information up front. Now for the forwarding agent, they can actually use the SSCC number, as you see here, as their tracking number. So they can say, each handling unit, I know the weight, and they can, even if they accept the SSC number, they can actually use it as part of their tracking system and even scan the SSCC number in their system, so rather than type it in. The customer also, if it knows the SSCC number, could go to the forwarding agent and also track their own parcel as it moves on its route via the forwarding agent as it gets there. Yeah, so that is how the packaging is used, the SSCC is used, the label and the ASN, and you see how they all knit together to make sure it's easy to track and handle materials and packages in the supply chain.